Good evening from Toyota Center. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bulls guard Jay Williams. And Jay, yes, we are ready for takeoff.
And Ed, the Rockets are flying high. They keep feeding the beard or feeding the streets. Either way, this is a lethal backcourt.
It's been a launching pad for threes and so much more. Let's get ready for the tip. Jay, when Westbrook has the ball, you know you can expect magic on the floor. The question everybody is trying to answer, can Russell Westbrook lead the Thunder to the promised land?
He can, but he needs to take his game to new heights, and that comes with leadership. Everybody knows that he's a triple-double waiting to happen each and every night. He's done that consecutively for 2 years now in the NBA, the only player in the history of the league to do so. He's that fantastic of the player. I love the passion he plays with, Ed, but he needs to get his teammates way more involved. When you have a guy like Paul George or Carmelo Anthony, you have to make them better. Look how CP3 and James Harden, Eric Gordon, Ryan Anderson, Clint Capella, they all make each other better. There's something missing chemistry-wise from the Thunder.
Man, are these two franchises invariably linked. Harden goes from Oklahoma City to Houston. Carmelo Anthony wanted to land in Houston. He gets traded by the Knicks to Oklahoma City. Go figure.
And I'll be willing to say this too, Ed. I think Carmelo Anthony would be a way better player if he were playing for the Rockets than him playing for OKC right now.
Russell Westbrook, defended by Knight. It's Harden with the rebound. Harden into the front court. Leads a bucket. Tucker to Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. And that's going to get out of bounds off of Harden. Russell Westbrook steps into it. Oh, Russell Westbrook missed his first. That one goes.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Brandon Knight matched up with Steven Adams. To P.J. Tucker, going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, no good. That's blocked by Capella.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Rockets have the ball. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
To Adams. Almost unlucky bounce. Knight into the front court. Lead is 2. To Harden. Has a chance. James Harden. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
No fading on that shot. Strictly up and down.
Fundamentals 101. Westbrook with the basketball. He'll run the offense. To the rim. A pass taken away by the Rockets. Tucker to Harden.
Ed, you ready for another fun fact about the Houston Rockets?
Let's do it.
Okay, the team was established in 1967 and was given the name the Rockets because San Diego was the home to many space-age manufacturers. When the team eventually moved to Houston, the name still fit, giving Houston's association with NASA.
Wow, so Houston, we have a problem? All of that associated with space? Who knew?
Are you saying that because Carmelo Anthony's in town?
No, Apollo 13.
Oh.
Ferguson to Westbrook. No good. Houston takes over. Tucker to Harden. Probing the defense. Harden. Can't connect. Not the best shot with the defender right there. Ferguson down to Westbrook. To Adams. George. His first effort off the mark. Tucker against Adams. To Harden. Tucker. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Not a Ferrari, definitely not a point B.
Now a whistle. And we're going to get a timeout from OKC as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Russell Westbrook matched up with Knight to Paul George. Down low for Aldridge. Won't go down. Another follow. No good. Houston with the basketball. Brandon Knight picked up by Westbrook. James Harden, 3 for 4. Good start.
Look, the Rockets don't take too many mid-range jumpers. Actually, last season, they led the league in three-point attempts. Glad to see them actually find a two-point shot relevant these days.
Westbrook. To George. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Paul George locked in. Hits the tough three.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
That misses with a second to go. We are through one quarter on Christmas night. Jay and I are back after this. It's a special presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. Second quarter set to start. This is what we like. This game is certainly in the balance.
And we're exceeding the speed limit. These guys are playing fast. And the thing I love about it the most, there's entertainment in this game. Guys are looking away after they shoot the ball. Guys are clapping. Guys are energetic. This is why you love this sport.
Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Jeremy Grant against Gordon. To Schroeder. The Thunder down to 4 on the shot clock. Dennis Schroeder. And the rebound by Nene. Green with the basketball. Up by 6. Beyond the arc for 3. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Schroeder. Patterson a shot. No.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Oklahoma City ball. Schroeder. Rockets have the steal.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Has a look. The rebound belongs to Oklahoma City. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. 9-point margin. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Gerald Green matched up with Noel. Here comes the screen. Gerald Green to P.J. Tucker. 5 seconds to shoot. Trying to cash in, just off the mark. Here's Schroeder with it. Right now, down 7. Screen coming. Robertson sizing up Eric Gordon. Nothing going here on that drive. Knocked loose. And count the basket inside. We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game.
Visit our team website for the latest news, videos, interviews, and features. You can get all that and more, including the opportunity to attend a post-game press conference. Visit the website for your chance to win.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Substitutions.
Harden against Westbrook. James Harden. He's now 4 for 6.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Schroeder. For 3. No good. Knight into the front court. His team up by 7. Harden. Here comes the screen.
Screen right.
To P.J. Tucker. Nothing's going to stop him in pursuit of the basketball. Paul George, 4-2. Now a step back. At his size on the wing, that's a tough matchup on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, let me tell you about why he's so great defensively. He gets up into you and forces you one way. Does not give you an option to dance with the basketball. That wingspan, that frame, that size, that strength, and that lateral quickness. Oh, there's no getting by Mr. George.
George here against P.J. Tucker. To Westbrook. Shot from in close, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage. Oh, he sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Whoa, what a finish.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
To Harden. James Harden. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
OKC ball. He gets it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. It's good, at the buzzer. Nice finish, and more cash in the bank as we've hit the break. That's it. First half has come to an end. The Rockets with the lead.
Time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Rockets put together a nice half and were rewarded with a solid lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Houston Rockets. The Thunder would rather be on the opposite end of the scoreboard. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
First half stats. Player of the half.
James Harden has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
Russell Westbrook just can't seem to get it going. He's been able to get shots up, but more often than not, they just haven't been dropping for him. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Harden with it up top. Up 5.
Right.
Screen coming. Harden, guarded by Nerlens Noel. Here's a chance from long range. Not that time. He missed it. Westbrook across the timeline. The deficit now up to 5. To Paul George. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. George against Tucker. To Westbrook. Lets it fly from long range. Tough shot there for Westbrook. He always thinks it has a chance. Now it's Harden, controlling the offense.
I got ball.
Jumper's good.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Westbrook into the front court. The margin standing now at 7. George to Westbrook. To George. OKC now with 4 to shoot. And the rebound pulled in by Capella. Knight into the front court. Lead stands at 7. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Tucker. Screen coming. Harden gets it in the right corner. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Thunder. Ferguson to Paul George. Oh, bad pass as the Rockets come away with it.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Adams to Westbrook. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, Russell Westbrook. Now 3 for 9.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
Harden. Now pass taken away by the Thunder. Ferguson matched up with James Ennis. The Thunder down to 4 on the shot clock. George. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Capella down low. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down. The Thunder will use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. Russell Westbrook matched up with Carter Williams. To George. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. It's PG for 2. And now Houston has the basketball. Carter Williams to P.J. Tucker. Surveys the floor. Carter Williams. Fires the 3. And Adams able to clear the board. Westbrook with it. Counting down toward a minute to play in this third quarter.
1 minute left in the third quarter.
Able to convert inside.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Carter Williams with it up top. Less than a minute to go in this third quarter. To P.J. Tucker. The shot blocked by Grant.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Paul George. Ferguson to Paul George. The drive right to the basket. Full throttle right to the basket for the deuce.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
No good. Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. Baseline drive. 15-footer at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way with the Rockets in front. The Thunder have it to start the fourth quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
That's blocked by Capella.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Harden with the basketball. Up by 3. Gordon picked up by Ferguson. To Capella. And finishes strong.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Thunder with the basketball. Schroeder. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Harden. Reset here. Let's see what they do. To Harden. Gets it down to Capella. Clint Capella. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
Old school equals high percentage.
Ferguson to Schroeder. Here comes the screen. Schroeder against Clint Capella. Not that time. Capella sizing up Jeremy Grant. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
All right, that was a little bit of a gamble there, but not a terrible move sending him to the free throw line.
Jeremy Grant at the line for 2 shots. Career mark of 64%. Knocks down the first. And he makes them both. It's Rockets ball. Harden, guarded by Terrence Ferguson. Nothing going here on that drive. To Harden. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Shot clock violation. Russell Westbrook here against Knight. To George. Paul George, 4 out of 10. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Rockets in control of the basketball. Gordon, tough matchup against George. To Harden. Easy pass to the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Harden in possession. Leads just a point. Nothing going here on that drive. The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Big man, Steven Adams. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
Here comes the screen. Harden. 4-3. And James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing, Ed.
Westbrook to Paul George. Westbrook to George. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
Number 8, James Ennis.
There's the whistle and an intentional foul. Just their first in the final 2 minutes, so no free throws yet. They'll take the ball out of bounds.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
Now the stoppage and an intentional foul means free throws coming with a little over 30 seconds to go.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning the timeout.
And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Now a whistle. And we're going to get a timeout from OKC. But this game's in the balance, and time is of the essence. Westbrook. Ferguson to Paul George. Has a chance. Knocks it down off the step back.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Now the intentional foul as they get it with a little under 20 seconds left to play.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
First free throw is good. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Westbrook into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. George here against Harden. Screen coming. PG lets it fly. Doesn't get the bounce. And an intentional foul here in the closing moments. But it shouldn't make too much of a difference in what is now a 2-score game.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Late heave to beat the buzzer. It's the Rockets who are victorious as they take care of business at home. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets got themselves a win here today. And some people may disagree, but I think their ball movement was the biggest key to their victory. Still, I think we'd all agree that they made the defense look slow and confused throughout this matchup. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Houston Rockets. The Thunder just couldn't get within striking distance toward the end of the game. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Check out the leading scores for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Game track. Assists.
The Houston Rockets were very impressive in the way they shared the ball, giving each other the opportunity to not just take good shots, I believe made the difference for them in this game, that being the great assist.
Player of the game.
James Harden could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.